Have you been faced with a situation where you need to feed your family, pay bills, or even finish up that project car that's been sitting in the garage? In this video, probably one of the hardest videos that I'm going to do, my job is to try to convince your significant other justifying this purchase is a good thing to do. So bring them into the video so that they can listen in on this too, and let's get started right now. In the grand scheme of things, of course, I am kidding. Always take care of your family first. Always take care of the most important things in lives first. These are 3 reasons how I am going to justify that making this purchase makes sense. Starting with number 1. Number 1, model cars are known as collectibles. Now, collectibles are something that has been around forever, from stamps to Beanie Babies to Hot Wheels even. Collectibles are things that are worth to be collected or carry interest to the one collecting. Collector grade model cars are limited in production worldwide. Lower production numbers are more sought after than higher production numbers. Thus is the world of collectibles. Once they sell out, that's the end of it. They don't produce it anymore and all is done. These are always going to be first come, first served basis, and you don't want to be the one that's caught dealing with scalpers and secondhand resellers that are going to sell it for twice as much. And that's exactly where Model Cars Houston comes in, so that they can level the playing field for everybody to have an equal opportunity to get in on these goods. Collector grade model cars is definitely a rapidly growing hobby. Now is the time that you still have a big advantage over the people of the masses. Not a lot of people know about it yet. That is where you can come in, get in line, get one of these model cars that you want, and complete that collection. Reason number 2, model car collecting creates community. With social media helping us organize all our communities and daily activities these days, you can betcha that there are communities dedicated to the hobby of collecting model cars. This allows for like-minded people to share their content, their passion, and their hobby. Being able to share their rare finds, awesome displays, learn about new releases, and more information about the hobby in general is definitely a plus. There's a huge feeling of accomplishment, enjoyment, and pleasure when you find that right model car that fits on that shelf, or if you're trying to complete a collection. Much like other things in life, model cars can even be passed down from generation to generation. So if you have a huge collection, that's something that you can pass down to your kids, your nieces, your nephews, who else might also be into collecting in this type of hobby. It also allows for collectors to connect with childhood memories or cars that maybe they've owned in the past to create memories and feelings of nostalgia. Maybe the collector's father owned that type of car and it has a special place in their memory, so that this allows for them to collect it. Most importantly, it can be mentally refreshing and healthy for such hobbies to exist. Just be sure that you do it within your means and that you're not going too overboard. And reason number 3, the last and final reason for justifying spending that money, is that model cars hold value and have rarity. Now, full disclaimer here, I am a person that collects based on passion. I never try to tell people to collect it because it's going to be worth such and such value. I don't ever feel like that's the right way to collect when it comes to stuff like this. However, such is the trend and history of collectibles, where values and rarity is a big deal. History has shown us that with collectibles, it has always shown to have growth in value. Why? Because treasure hunting and collecting are rare items. Worst case, especially for us passionate collectors, we don't want to sell our model cars to anybody. But in the event that we did, because something happened in our life that changed and we have to let something go, model cars or any type of collectible car is going to be a great way to replenish your funds back. Ultimately, you're going to have to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. You can almost always break even, and in some cases make more money, just depending on how rare the model car is. Yes, I understand the concept that someone is willing to pay whatever they're willing to pay for it, but at the same time, don't be the guy that goes on eBay and puts a retail $350 car for $2,000 just to shoot in the dark and for the moon. This doesn't create a fair market value. You need to do the research with special specialists and people within the hobby and community. Maybe even check completed sold items on eBay and kind of go off of that. Collecting is an investment, limited edition stuff. Hard to find collector grade model cards will trend even differently or higher due to their supply and demand. Discontinued works of art, even if it's a piece of art or a model car, will always be sought after by the right person. So question of the day, based on the reasons that I've given you guys today, which one do you find more beneficial, or which one do you think will convince the other person to justify that purchase? Let me know down in the comment section below if they approve the purchase or not. If you want to learn more about model cars and their history and things like that, you can check out the other videos I've got in the next slide. I will see you in that video or my next video.